Всем привет, с вами Ромар. Мы начинаем проходить игру Memoria. Я уже пытался один раз, у меня почему-то вылетела игра там после перехода, поэтому попробуем, сначала. Комбинация, если этот параметр включен, параметр наведения на горячую точку, с точкой вы можете быть способны сияния. Так, тут у нас, наверное, все хорошо. Поэтому выходим в главное меню и начинаем новую игру. Читать я не буду субтитры, потому что я не успеваю. Вот. Поэтому будем просто наслаждаться.
By the gods, this is a good start. Where did these people set up their tent? If there's nothing around the next bend, I'm turning around.
Ну, давайте начнем. Что-то как-то даже подлагивает. У нас есть нож, есть ожерелье. Починить, сломать. Активные точки, дневник. Что в дневнике, кстати? Люди 3 месяца назад Птицелов Герон освободил королевство Андрианс из когтей злого пророка. Окей, ладно. Пойдем, значит, дальше. Ну, подлагивает реально.
Finally. Hey you, little girl. Giacomo Nauta sent me. I'm here about the riddle. Do you speak Goretti? I'm a friend. Giacomo told you I would come.
He spoke of the hero of Andergast, a strong, courageous and clever man. Not someone I could slice open from head to foot in a blink of an eye.
I am the hero of Andergast.
Can you do magic? Heal things with fairy magic? The way the hero healed the dreams of an Andergastrian was magic?
It wasn't quite like that, but yes. I can repair things magically.
Then prove it. This before me is the flying fortress Kashal-Reen. I recreated it from my dreams. But no matter what I do, it keeps tipping over. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Piece of cake.
Так, щелкните по крепости из прутков. Чтобы поставить ее вертикально, нажмите правую кнопку мыши, чтобы рассмотреть ее поближе. Окей. Что тут у нас еще интересного есть? Я просто в прошлый раз ушел. Так мы больше ничего не можем осмотреть, да?
I thought you could repair things.
I can. Just as well as I can break them.
You better not.
Don't worry. The magic only works on fragile objects, not on people.
That doesn't sound very powerful.
It depends on what you make of it. She must be the merchant's daughter. Giacomo already warned me. A small fortress made of sticks. It keeps tipping over.
Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Так, это хорошо. Давайте попробуем. У героя есть заклинание, которое позволяет ломать или чинить хрупкие вещи. Наведите курсор на нижний край экрана, чтобы открыть рюкзак. Затем щелкните по магической сфере слева в углу.
Watch and learn.
Learn that you have a big mouth?
The fortress isn't broken, it's just badly made.
Don't make excuses. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Крепость Прусика — единственный интересный объект на поляне. Чтобы увидеть все важные места, Одновременно нажмите клавишу пробел, оглянитесь, посмотрите, что лежит. Может быть, здесь еще есть предметы, которые помогут починить крепость. Окей, лес.
I'm not going back empty-handed. I almost got lost on the way here. Why did you pitch your tent in the middle of the forest and not outside the city gates?
We tried that, but the guards chased us off. They said we don't belong here and threatened to beat us.
Ah, yes. Good old hate-filled Andergast.
Угу. Кинжал.
There's a dagger lying next to the girl. She thinks it's very important that I don't forget that. All right. I have my own knife.
Так.
Ptolemy tent. I've only heard of things like this in stories.
First the fortress, my good man.
My good man? I was never good with kids, but this is the last straw.
Так, и что у нас еще остается? Сундук.
What's in there?
Open it and see.
The glass is completely pure and clear. The bottle must be worth a fortune.
Теперь у тебя есть бутылка. Предмет можно комбинировать с другими или объединять их с активными точками. Наведи курсор мыши на нижний экрана, чтобы открыть. Рюкзак используется вещами, которые там лежат. Используйте клавишу мыши, чтобы просматривать.
It's full of exotic cloth and fabrics. Nothing I can use.
Как это ничего полезного-то? Так, и что мы можем...
The fortress would fit perfectly in the bottle, but how am I supposed to get it in there? I'm too clumsy. I'd just cut myself, either with the knife or with one of the countless flying shards. The broken glass bottle. Good that I've mastered Nuri's repair spell.
What are you doing?
Don't worry, I just want to try something.
Если не знаешь, что делать дальше, щелкни по значку книги в правом углу рюкзака. Теперь все зависит только от тебя. Исследуй окружающий мир, собирай все до чего дотянется и разговаривай. Любая деталь может оказаться полезной. И не забывай использовать заклинания. Окей.
Oh,
May I go in now?
Papa, there's someone here claiming to be a hero.
Send him in.
If you truly are the hero, then you're a bit boring. You remind me more of a stupid, grumpy peasant.
I'm a bird catcher, and I no longer care what others think of me. I rescued a fairy, and I freed a kingdom. I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
All right, go in. But watch your back, I'm right behind you.
Ah, Geron, how nice. Come, sit. Sit.
Are you Fahi?
Yes, sit down. Did you find this place all right?
Yeah. I was told that you sell a spell that can permanently change a person's form.
A person's or an animal's, but everything in its time. Tea?
Да, пожалуйста.
All right.
Ah, a man of taste. That's good. Andergast is cold, is it not?
It's all right. But about that spell.
Of course. You understand that permanent physical transformation is a formidable power. It demands a great deal of courage to request such power.
I have my reasons.
I know. Giacomo told me as much. You know my price.
Giacomo said something about a riddle.
Correct. You like riddles, Geron, don't you?
As long as they can be solved.
Don't worry. You'll carry it with you for a while. Twist it and turn it in your mind. And perhaps even despair briefly. But when you finally solve it, the reward will be much sweeter.
Where did you get this riddle anyway?
For more than 3 moons, my daughter and I have both had the same dream every night. It's even more wondrous that this dream tells a true story. A memory from a time 450 years ago, when our world faced its greatest battle. I will now tell you the beginning of the dream. You don't need to know more. And then, the riddle. If you can solve it, you'll receive the power to restore your beloved.
And if not?
Garon, you are the hero of Andergast. Of course you'll solve it. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. The dream begins, as I said, 450 years ago, in an ancient vault far beneath my home city of Fazar. The powers of darkness threaten the land, and the great and decisive battle is imminent. When one night, a group of heroes enters the tomb of an ancient Mogul mage.
Давайте послушаем историю. Такое вот начало, там он уже кого-то спас, кого-то это. Возможно, есть другая часть, просто я о ней не знаю, которая была до этого по истории. Вот, поэтому будет интересно, если что-то кто-то напишет в описании. И надеюсь, меня за музыку не забанит, как это было в Петька и Василий Иванович, вторая часть, и мне пришлось вырезать очень много, а оказалось то, что проблема в музыке. Ну да ладно. Это просто субтитры, да, нас будут и все. Я просто не помню, в первый раз я смотрел это и не смотрел. Ну, давайте посмотрим. В принципе, хорошая музыка. Вот. Просто в первый раз, когда я записывал, у меня после того, как я поговорил с этим мужиком, началась кат-сцена, и у меня все вылетело. Memoria. Ну, вроде первая часть, я фиг его знает. Может, он потом расскажет предысторию какую-нибудь. Глава 1, я так понимаю, да?
Prepare yourselves. I shall open the burial chamber now. Are we all here?
All here, for crying out loud.
It could have been worse.
Sure, we could have lost the mute Farkina too, or the dainty princess who can't fight.
Calm yourself, Shabib. You're not the only one whose nerves are frayed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did the princess have to see a little blood? Did it break her tender heart?
Yes. Crack. Now you'll have to endure me without one.
Princess Zadia, Alric, we must stick together. The legendary mask of Malakar lies within this burial chamber. If we succeed in bringing it to the Holy Army in the Rashtulian Wall, the battle against the demons will be mere child's play.
If we succeed, and these walls don't swallow us up first.
I'm working as fast as I can.
Значит, в прошлый раз я пропустил это.
I can't find the lock. Give me a moment. It has to be here somewhere.
Потому что я это не видел. Давайте осматривать.
That was the last. Stay down.
Давайте осмотрится.
They're watching me. I feel a throbbing, and they're warm, like a sick heart.
Знаете что? Мы в зал можем вернуться еще.
I feel it quite clearly. Something in these stones lives and breathes.
Узор. Можно с каждым поговорить.
A finely worked ornamental arch with swirls and patterns. There are grooves here.
Letters? Can you read them?
No, they're just grooves, nothing more. It looks like blood. I'm not touching that. It looks sticky and poisonous.
У тебя рубин есть. Давайте
He's an
поговорим.
agile fighter. I don't see a single wound. Why did the Furkina people cast you out?
None of your business.
True, your past is your problem alone. All that counts is that you lead us safely through the mountains to the army.
I just want my money, and soon.
Окей. Воин.
He's a good warrior, but he doesn't deserve to be told so.
What did you call me before?
Shabib. That's Tula Media for little boy.
Without me, you'd be long dead.
Please, no quarrels.
She started it.
Так, хорошо.
I've only known him since yesterday, and I already know more about him than he does about me. He knows what this is about, but he's not the strong leader he pretends to be. Mage?
Princess?
Отряд героев. Задание предложить помощь.
Why exactly did you choose us as companions?
Who are you talking about in particular?
М,
Can that mercenary over there do anything other than hit things and yell?
That's more than you can do, Poppet.
Alric keeps the monsters at bay. He's a good man.
Окей.
How did a mage like you come to lead a group such as this?
I wanted to join the army in Punin when a nobleman from Fazar told me about the mask. The rest was a question of money and determination.
Угу. Феркинец. Саджа.
Will Rahvan really accompany us to the end?
Yes. As soon as we're finished here, he'll lead us through the Rashtulian wall to the Holy Army. He grew up in those mountains. He knows the way better than any other.
You do know the Farkina's an outcast, don't you? Even his own people fear him.
We have no other choice. We need him.
What was Haroon's role?
He was your personal bodyguard. He was supposed to protect you.
Which he did. Right up until the end.
I am sorry about him.
He knew the risks. The important thing is that you're still alive.
Did you specifically look for a princess?
No. I sent for a Ptolemid scholar, but those are hard to find in these bloody days. Only a few are able to defend themselves and not fall victim to the marauding bands currently battling for dominance in Fazar.
The streets of Fazar have always been a screaming nightmare.
And thus, it's an even greater miracle that you survived there for so long. You're the outcast heiress of a toppled ruler. I would not have bet my ducats on you.
Enough of that.
Так, задание.
What do we do next?
We force our way into the burial chamber of the Mughal and steal the Mask of Malakar. Then we take it over the peaks of the Rashtulian wall to the Holy Army before they march into battle.
And there we triumph, or perish miserably.
The future of this world is in our hands.
Окей.
How deep are we?
Only the gods know. Fazar was built up layer by layer on the ruins of older dynasties. Beneath that lay vaults as ancient as the land itself. This burial chamber, for example, was erected 2,000 years ago by the last living Mughal mage, Malakar. It is said he was a grand master of elemental and transformation magic. He could bend ore and earth to his will with the snap of his fingers. These halls were his greatest and last piece of work.
Так.
Are you sure that the mask waits behind these walls?
Yes, quite sure. No one knows where the Mughal Malakar obtained the mask, or if he even created it himself. But he was so obsessed with it and its power that he ultimately took it with him to his grave. It's also said that he never succeeded in awakening its true power while he lived.
What does it do?
They say that the wearer of the mask can turn any lost battle, indeed any defeat, and any loss at all, into an enduring victory.
Интересно.
Why is it called the Holy Army?
The Holy Army is an army of clerics. Only with the holy might of the gods, so it is believed, can we withstand the attacking hordes of demons.
You said the army is advancing over the Rashtulian mountains. Why such a difficult route?
Most of the passes are guarded by the legions of evil. In addition, there's a magical place across the peaks of the Rashtulian wall where they hope to forge a final, crucial alliance. We'll join the army there.
Окей.
How could it come to this? An invasion of evil in our age?
There are always dark times, Princess. But what exactly brought them about no longer matters. The only important thing is that we're prepared to fight. The greatest heroes of our age have gathered to fight the decisive battle in the Gorian desert.
And to go down in history forever.
If we win.
Окей.
Aren't you starting to get tired of prattling?
He's right. We have to continue.
Do you have no more questions?
What's the problem?
The lock is hidden. I can't find it. Some sort of secret mechanism. Perhaps an objectum disapparatic.
Whatever it may be, you have to open it.
Так, давайте
Now
смотрим.
to get the key into the lock, and then the door will be open.
Where do you see a lock? The door is covered in filth.
What does a princess know about filth?
Enough to know that it can be washed off. That's good news for you, isn't it?
What are you trying to say?
Silence, please. I need quiet. Stay back. We don't know what else is hidden here.
Так, смыть, да, надо?
There are grooves here.
Letter?
Окей.
No, they're just grooves.
Здесь мы, по-моему, все смотрели, да? Смотрели. Руку я не осмотрел.
The Guardians are more fragile than they look.
Stay away from the Guardians, Princess. Even their detached limbs still have some life in them.
Ладно, пошли тогда в
You have
зал.
a death wish. You saw what kind of creatures are running around out there.
Угу. Я думал, нас не пустят.
If this is what the princesses in this country are like, I would hate to see the kings.
Don't worry. You won't. The last Caliph of Fazar was skinned alive 5 moons ago.
Was he a tyrant?
Yes, like every ruler in this city. Besides,
What?
did you see the tattoo on her arm? I believe it's the mark of Malakar. She's a direct descendant.
We brought the great-great-great-great-granddaughter of an accursed Mogul mage monster into his burial chamber. Are you out of your mind?
She's a good person, trust me, and we'll soon need her.
О, уже хоть что-то.
I have to get in there and find the weapon, or else it was all for nothing. The mage brought down the Mogul's earring in order to break the back of the chief guardian. But Haroun was already beyond help. Even if we have to smash the entire burial chamber, I will triumph. The only way in or out is the door.
Так, это что у нас? Еще один страж.
It was that way when we arrived. Who knows if we would have won otherwise. Can you hear me? I'm sorry about your broken legs. It's very lonesome down here. But one step closer, and we'll break your neck as well.
Опять рука.
A large hand, nothing else. The legacy of these hands held me prisoner my whole life. But today, I will finally free myself. Oh, Kasim, you'll regret what you've done to me.
Так, ладно.
The image of the Mogul mage who ruled thousands of years ago and now lies buried here. He looks like a gigantic dwarf. Who will see you down here? Who will worship you? Pay homage to you? Very soon, I'll be 1,000 times greater than you ever were. And unlike you, I won't end up in a dark hole.
Грандиозные у тебя планы.
It's said that an ancient being lives in these halls. It has 2 horse legs and an emerald lance, and hunts down every grave robber until the end of his days. If we make it to the battle, that won't be very long. I don't deserve to return. Not without the mask.
Угу.
The remains of the colossal earring. That's what finally broke the creature's back. Let the warrior mouth off as much as he likes. In the end, it was the mage who saved our necks. He's so big, but we noticed him too late. I can't believe how stupid we were. Bastard. The entrance to the tomb is behind this. I don't hear anything except the puzzled mumbling of the mage and the furious self-pity of the warrior. It borders on the miraculous that we've made it this far.
Так, дальше. Страж опять.
Another guardian. We couldn't kill him, so we had to hack off his legs. You remind me of the palace guards I once knew. But unlike them, you were against me from the beginning and didn't stab me in the back later. Thanks, I suppose.
Каменная
The
стена.
burial chamber lies behind this. If only I could pull it down somehow.
Угу.
Skewered by his own torch. What an unworthy death. It would take too long to get him down. We're running out of time.
Давай, давай, быстрее, быстрее.
He was a fool, but he had the sense to think of things the rest of us didn't consider. Whatever he has on him could help us. It's hanging just out of reach.
Угу. Кинжал.
This was Haroon's dagger.
Так забирай. Угу. Вот и фляжка с водой.
That's our way here and our way back.
А, вино.
Haroon had my father's eyes. Now I know why.
Забираем. Так, а кинжал-то у нас остался? Остался.
Haroon loved horses more than they loved him. Horses and women. Somehow I liked him anyway.
Бинт, это
A roll
хорошо.
of bandages.
Ну и пошли обратно.
I can't lose my head now.
Угу.
No, thank you, Princess.
А, щетка же есть, точно.
Stand aside.
Under no circumstances should you touch the door.
Fine, then you'll have to do it.
What do you think you're doing?
There is no hidden mechanism. The door is just filthy. Brush it off, and you'll find your lock.
Hmm? Step back. The 6 legs open the 6 locks. By all 12 gods!
This is going so well.
Relax. I know you just want to help. but I can manage.
We'll have to glue it.
Что там отвалилось? Где не видно.
Who pairs such a complicated lock with such a fragile key?
I cannot simply tie the key together. It would not hold.
No, thank you.
Что у нас тут еще интересного есть? Я вообще могу сохраниться? Могу сохраниться. Это хорошо. Так, а что надо сделать-то?
I don't see any connection.
Я не вижу
With
связи.
the Almandine, it would be as if I were giving away my life. I would only do that if death was unavoidable.
Что нам-то сделать-то? Тут больше ничего интересного нету. У тебя никакой магии нету. А так?
I cannot simply tie the key together. It would not hold. The crust is too dry to be wiped away with that. I should use the rest of it sparingly. I should use the rest of it sparingly. No. No, I don't want the clean bandage to get dirty. It smells of plums.
Тут ничего не изменилось, блин. А что надо сделать-то дальше?
Crust is too dry to be wiped away with that.
Слишком сухая.
I cannot simply tie the key together. It would not hold.
Собрать
simply
ключ,
tie the
но
key together.
не,
It would
но
not
не
hold.
держится. Это начинается самое интересное, это головоломки. У нас тут ни с чем больше не взаимодействует. Какой тут еще есть? Может, ты что-нибудь скажешь?
He's an agile fighter. I don't see a single wound. You're bleeding?
I don't need a bandage. My battle fury makes the pain tolerable.
Impressive.
А если тебе дам бухнуть?
Better not.
Понятно. Какой еще тут вариант есть? Точно, вот тут же кровь была.
It looks like blood. I don't much care for random guesswork.
Блин, а что туда тебе надо-то?
I need to be thrifty with the bandage. I don't have much. I don't see any connection.
Выбора нету.
Now the blade is sticky.
Теперь что, клинок? Липкий.
I can clean the dagger when I get out of here. I can easily tear the bandage with my hands. That won't lead to anything.
Блин, как же все сложно.
Here, glue the leg with this.
Просто упала и все. Прикольная дверь.
It's ready. Do you see the glowing inscription, Ulrich? Ancient Tula Media is a dead language, spoken only by a very few, by even fewer, since the spiritual leaders of this city were executed together with their caliph. One must be educated to read this script. Educated, like a child from a noble family. Educated, like the last princess of Fazar. That's the reason we brought you. Now, tell me, What's the answer to the riddle on the chamber?
The gods be with me.
What? What do you read?
I can't tell you. It would change too much.
This is why we brought her.
I don't understand. Princess?
Принцесс.
Princess, where are you? By the 12, it's dark.
I'm over here.
Ah! Ow! Watch out for the beetle key when you leave. It's lying on the ground along with the door. If it breaks, we'll be locked in here.
What's that smell?
Alric, don't come in. There's gas in the air. Shine the torch carefully through the door, but stay outside. And no magic. Astral energy could trigger a trap. Be careful where you set foot, Princess.
Difficult without light.
If you know a way to make light without fire or magic, then tell me.
Окей, ладно, я думаю, на этом мы остановимся. Для первой серии, думаю, достаточно. Очень много интересного. Вот. Спасибо всем за просмотр. Всем пока. И всем всего доброго.